Hello, my name's Eric. I'm making a game. That game is called The Godkiller. The Godkiller. So, I've not been on this frequently, and it's just because I do not have stuff that I can always demo. I don't have things that I can work on easily on stream without giving away major spoilers to the game. So I'm going to constantly kind of considering the things I'm working on. Is this something I want to demo or not? Is this going to wreck things for somebody? So I think what I've got to demo is a little bit of story, but it's not like any major plot stuff. It's a demo of a new song that I wrote that's in the game, and also it's really not a bad demo of the interactive dialogue design, and there's some goals in how dialogue is done inside the game that are pretty important to me. I'll talk about that after I do the demo. I want to have like a little bit of showmanship about this. Let's just get to the demo. That's what people like to see. I mean, if they like to see anything, it's a demo. All right, so let's do that first. I've got more news, but I'm going to put it on the other side of this. Okay, so here we go. Spiral of Despair. I've had this level done for a long time, but recently I've added story to it and a song, which goes with the story. Let's do it. Let me size so that... Hey, Formal Foundation. What's going on? Hopefully my audio doesn't cut out of me midway through. It's been a little bit iffy. I don't know why. All right, here we go. I will play it quietly. I will not talk over the whole thing. Come on, Unity. Are you doing something? Yeah, you are. It is. It's Unity and C# coding. Somewhat. There's some modules I unit test, and I've got some test automation where it plays back recorded solutions and checks the results. Thank you. All right. So that's the demo. A few things are still coming. Voiceovers, which will happen in June. So we'll get all of the lines that are there with recorded actors. And also, the song will have recorded vocals too. So the people that are hanging out up top, they'll actually be singing to you. All right, so I promised a little bit of news, also a little bit of discussion of like the interactivity and the design of it. Basically, I don't want the dialogue to ever be something that the player needs to wait for or exit into like a different state to interact with people. It's really just kind of background dialogue. It's supposed to add something to what you're doing, but it's not supposed to interrupt what you're doing as far as solving puzzles in the game and progressing through the levels. Because I think players might assume at the start that they need to pay attention to the dialogue, but it's really meant to just kind of flow around them in the background, kind of like if you ever listen to podcasts or like something that's just sort of in the background as audio, but you're doing something else. You can do two things at once. Also, although the subtitles are fully supported, the default mode in the game is going to be without subtitles, and there is a little bit at the beginning where you can turn them on if you want, but it lets you know for the best experience you may want to do without. Because like every time that text comes up, your eyes want to go to it and read it, and you're a little bit distracted. And I really much prefer, for myself, and I encourage other people to, in this game, just turn off the subtitles and just kind of listen to it as you go and not worry too much about walking up to people and figuring out what they have to say. Just let it flow. The other thing is I like dialogue that changes based on what you do in the level, and not merely like it gets triggered, you go to one place and some other dialogue happens, but in this case the text that appears at the end of the song is different depending on how far you are in progressing on the puzzle. And it's possible too to finish the puzzle before the song ends, and then you really surprise them and they have to stop singing. So there's like different states in there. I don't like the dialogue to just be something that feels tacked on, like it doesn't have anything to do with what you're doing, although I'm sure I'm guilty of that in different places. I think it's much more fun if the dialogue will play in response to what you're actually doing, and it shows like the game sort of knows what you're up to. Okay, so the news. Here, let's stop that. There is a Steam store page set up now for the game. The game will be available for, it'll be released in January 1st next year, start of the year. I'm really good at keeping schedules. That's when it's going to come out. And we're definitely on track for that. But we also put together a trailer. And I'll just kind of show visually without the audio here what the trailer's like. It's got little bits of the game in it. Now if you go to the Steam page or on the Steam page, just search for the Godkiller chapter 1, it'll pop up. Or if you go to the YouTube channel, I should really add the link to that inside of the Twitch profile. If you go to either of those places, you can see the trailer. It has full audio. It's got somebody singing something.
Everyone fits here. It's my world. You're invited. Once you're here, be delighted. It's my world. You're invited. Once you're born, you're inside it. It's my world. You're invited. Once you're here, be delighted.
right now as far as getting that into the game. I do think what I'll end up doing is doing a little more work sessions on Saturdays and maybe Sundays over the weekend. Maybe. I think that could be a good pattern, because I've got a lot of story stuff, but every Sunday I'm releasing a build for the playtesters, and so Saturday might be a good day to just kind of tighten up bugs a little bit. I seem to be doing fine with getting story stuff done, so being able to maybe spend a little bit of time online and talk to my chat buddies. I'm missing a little bit over the last 3 days, to be honest. And yeah, I don't know. I don't want to completely depart from that, so I think I might try to make it a Saturday thing when I'm doing work streams, and most of the time these will just be demos. All right, so I'm gonna stop the stream right here, and if Formal Foundation, I don't know if you're still on, but thanks for joining. Anybody else, I'll catch you later. All right, stopping the stream. Little tiny mini stream. Stopping the stream.